What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are here at round 1 D1NZ Hampton Downs for the 2023 championship. As you can see behind me, we're driving the Supra, and as you can see this thing looks sick. We'll have to do a bit of a car review in another video sometime, but to show you guys a little bit of the car, for those that haven't seen, this chassis has Chassis runs a 2JZ 3 litre, runs a G35 1050, makes 800 horsepower, tuned by NDT Developments, and yeah, this car runs all wide stab, ST suspension, race tech seats, sequential shifter, 5-speed TTI, ASD handbrake, Motec, Link, all the Phoenix stuff in the back, as you can see. At some point we'll do a full car review on this, I think, so you guys can see what it's like. We're going to do a big freshen up on this probably for the next round. Obviously we're pushing time. We only got here on Tuesday and we had 3 days to get the car picked up, sorted out from last season, get it ready, and now obviously we're here for round 1 and ready to rock. This weekend we're pitted out with Tay James. He's got a new livery on his car. They're trying to fix the RB as always.
No.
Yeah.
Just the headlight.
What's going on here?
Only one of my headlights is working.
Nah, you don't need them, G.
It's LED, so it shouldn't have blown.
Ready for the weekend, or?
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, a bit of a different setup this time, so.
What do we got?
I was saying like engine package, or it's a new stroker kit in there, but just new tyres, and Darren's gone a bit more aggressive with the setup, like alignment wise, and yeah. These tyres are meant to be real grippy, so it'd be interesting to see how they go, but yeah, everything else we think is all good, so yeah.
So obviously last time I actually drove against Tay back in Perth. He borrowed one of our good friends' cars back home and come over and competed in our WA series. So now obviously my next competition I'm over here competing against him. We'll have to see how we go. He got me last time, so we're going to have to see how we go. Hopefully we can get that Toyota Galore Supra over there running really good and put on a good show this weekend. Obviously no track time this weekend. We're pitted with other race cars, as you can see. They're out there racing all weekend and we're sort of filling in at the end of the day, bringing our own show. We are doing live TV, full competition, but just our practice times are really cut short. We're only probably going to get about 4 laps practice before qualifying, so we're going to have to learn a new chassis, new car, new tyres, new track, new people, and yeah, it's going to be probably up against it all weekend, but we're going to see how we go. We've got Darren and Tay's team working with us this weekend, and yeah, let's see how we go this weekend. Well, like I turned it off and it had no sound other than the clock went on. There's nothing on the dash light.
Just lost all power.
So it's just like and huh? I thought when you go into the last corner and then through and then I was trying to pull it up in the center.
Corrected.
I think the pedal actually got stuck down though.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Have a look, there's a light will tell me.
It's stuck down there.
Oh. So there's something up with the spring, so it wasn't actually an ECU.
I don't know, like what would have caused the stop? Maybe it over travelled and threw up an error, eh?
Yeah, potentially.
That was wild, but sorry, brother Steve.
Coming up and just riding up the floor, releasing the floor.
Alright guys, so there was a bit of a change to the schedule. We didn't end up getting any main track practice laps, and we were offered to go down to Club Circuit pit area where we could do a few laps. They were going to open up for 2 hours, but unfortunately they got shut down for whatever reason, something about officials or health and safety or something shut it down. We were lucky enough to be one of few cars to get probably, I think, 4 laps. Good to obviously fill the car out. It's definitely got plenty of power. We do have a few dramas. We're facing a bit of an issue with the electric power steering. It appears to be losing power and we can't work out why. Darren's currently out with it at the moment, and he's just trying to work out what he can do to see if he can fix it. We also had the throttle get stuck on full open throttle, which was a bit interesting. And on the run before that, we had the e-throttle actually shut and turn off. So I'm kind of glad that we got to experience all those things on the pit area instead of on the main track. Obviously we probably wouldn't have got any track time at all with the issues that we faced. So yeah, obviously we're just going to keep a positive attitude. We're going to try and work it out. Unfortunately the vinyl guy didn't turn up, so not only that, we're down on the stickers and we also don't have a rear end on the car. But we're going to try and make the most of it today. Hopefully we can get something on there and we'll get out there and hopefully get a few practice laps on the main track, and hopefully just at least bank a good enough qualifying run that we can get on the board and see what happens. So I think it'll be alright for the main track. It's just
obviously didn't drift it, but did like U-turns and like it seems to return fine, but it does definitely have a notchy feel throughout the range. But yeah, I don't think there's any way of changing that with the electric power steering.
I think it's like manageable. It's just like you got to be 5 steps ahead. That's all.
Yeah.
So, yeah. See what we can do.
Yeah.
Mitch, all good?
Yeah, Darren loves the motor in this.
Let's think about it.
Show me that.
Darren not teaching you dirty tricks.
Mark can cover that up.
Should be in it.
came in, it was like nice. Like when it was a bit slippery, it was super nice. Like, and then it'll go in, and we dropped the pressures a little bit. And it must have been enough that once it was dry, it was just like pushing to the front instead of it like giving enough to kick around the corner, like into the initiation.
What are the tricks?
It's in drift. It's not like when you're full throttle. It's got, you probably have more grip. Yeah. But it's just
when you're not
it needs.
up in the top end. Yeah.
And then like if it's already a little bit of a, like I've obviously just got to adjust to like the lag and the booter and that on the entry. Yeah. It's like, is it worth trying to grip up for qualifying?
No, it's only qualifying.
Yeah. We are in qualifying, and as you can see, it's raining. We started the day with rain. It went dry. We got some good laps in. Had to clean a few things up, but all in all, the car was going quite good. It was really settling into the track, and it was good. And then, of course, I'm the first one to qualify today, and we pull up on the grid, and it's starting to rain. So we've just done our first run. I think we got 65 or something like that. It sucks. As everybody knows, when you go drifting, when it goes dry and then it rains and you don't get a sight lap, it's like the worst feeling in the world. Not knowing what the track's going to do or what the car's going to do, how much grip there is, it sucks. I don't have a spotter today either, so it makes it really, really hard. We come over the hill and I grabbed another gear like we have been all day, and then we just hit like a wet patch and it just went flying. So we stayed on the track and we kept it together, but yeah, I only got a 65. I'm not sure if it'll be enough to get me in the show, so we need to get a good run in on the next one. It's hard, even though I had that run, it's not a good insight into what the track's going to be like now because it only just started raining. So going into the next run, I don't know if it's going to get worse or it's going to get better, and we're just going to have to try. Hope we can get in the show and then tomorrow give it our all. But yeah, obviously it's a bit unfortunate, but here's the in-car. I'm going to stop talking because I need to try and save this memory card for the next run. If not, we'll try and put some outside footage in. Alright guys, so that is the end of day one. We had a pretty exciting day. I have to try to be so harsh on myself, but we qualified P10. Very pleased for a new track, a new car, and obviously new country. The car did pretty well after the problems we faced today, as you guys saw. We went into qualifying, not having much track time with the conditions that we had for qualifying. Being the first car, it started to rain and the track had changed from being dry back to wet. And when we did our first wet session, there was no rubber on the track, so I had to learn a new condition in my first qualifying lap. And the run was going good, and right at the end, I transitioned and grabbed another gear and I hit some rubber and the car just flung out. So we went a little bit too wide in the last corner and banked a 65, I believe, which got me my P10. And then the last run, it kept raining all the way through, still waiting for my next run. And yeah, I sort of just put it all out there, got a bit too excited, had to back it in and do a backwards entry. Run was pretty cool, I think. I'm going to try to find the outside footage of that for you guys, if it's not already before this. But had fun doing it, starting to gel with the car, which is good. We have, for the amount of track time we've had, I'm feeling pretty comfortable in the car. So tomorrow we'll get the car set up and we'll give it a go again tomorrow, and hopefully we can get some more practice laps in before battles, and we'll see how we go.
Mitch, how are you? Welcome to New Zealand. Another man from Australia.
Yeah, how you going?
Very well, thanks. Perth, it's a long way to travel.
It is a long way. Bit jet lagged, been a big week. Obviously we had to get that Glore Supra ready this week. We only got the do-over line on Monday, so we've been working hard and we're here. I'm P10 yesterday in qualifying and ready to get out there.
Can you just come and show me? I know you want to probably go back and talk to whatever, wasn't it Cole Armstrong?
I don't know, he's not in the driving.
Yeah. I watched him and Fanga. There was like 3 of them, 8 championships in New Zealand. This is a gorgeous looking car.
Yeah, it's an impressive looking car. Obviously, new build, only done 2 events. 2JZ, 850 horsepower, definitely got plenty of power.
Never been drifted by a Kiwi?
Yeah, well, it hasn't, eh? But yeah, we'll see how we go. Obviously, we've got Darren Kelly in our corner this weekend too. So this season we're going to be working together real tight. So there'll be a Kiwi in it soon, and we're going to nut this car out for the season, and we'll get it hooked.
It's a good looking car. It's a bit different than what you've normally used to in the form of the mighty 2023 K70 Corolla.
Yeah. Obviously, we've run many cars. You know, our Europe car that we're known for is an S13, so the K70 is just a bit of a fun car and something different. But yeah, predominantly we normally run LS engines, so it's been a bit of a learning curve. Big turbo, big engine for a turbo engine, and we're just trying to adapt, have fun, get out there, and we'll see how we go today.
Obviously, you've probably got a few followers at home. What do we got to say to the people in Australia?
Thanks everyone for tuning in, all the support this week. Obviously, don't forget KO Sports and Fox Sports this week, is it? Yeah. So make sure you tune in. Battles will be
4
live.
o'clock Kiwi time. What's that?
5 hours, I think it is. So 11 o'clock.
11
yeah.
a.m.
Anyway, check it out. This weekend we're going to be driving this Galore Supra as hard as we can, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the season.
Fantastic. Good luck.
Today it is battle day, so this weekend we're running alongside with the Super Sprint Series. Basically there's 300 entrants this weekend, and they're currently racing today and tomorrow. This afternoon it's D1NZ, and then we're going to be getting into battles and battle practice this afternoon. We haven't done any battles yet this weekend. Yesterday I was obviously trying to get used to the car. It's only the first time I've driven it, and obviously we had to try and lay down some laps in practice. So I was really trying to focus on my lead and trying to learn the track and the conditions, and obviously trying to learn the car at the same time. So now that we've done that, we're trying to get the livery and stuff dressed up. We were supposed to have a little bit of a complete change in the livery, but for the time frame we've had and all the issues we've had, and then everyone being bombarded with obviously late minute rush with the season, some of the stickers haven't turned up, some of the stuff didn't get done, and unfortunately we're trying to make do with what we can. So I'd say for round 2 we're going to try and have it sort of redone to how it's supposed to be, or change it, or do whatever we're going to do. But this weekend we're just trying to get it through, get all our supporters on board. But as you can see, it was a little bit different to yesterday. We've got some more of our stickers on there. We're sort of trying to go change it from the yellow to the blue, so we'll have a blue stripe along the bottom. Obviously Toyota Galore's on the door, Thunder Motorsport, my stickers. We've got a new company come on board this year. Super stoked to have these guys on board. Absolute great guys back at Perth in home, and Perth Fork Trucks. They're going to be on board this season. We're going to try to do some stuff with them this year, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. If you haven't seen them, obviously check them out on their socials and website. And yeah, if you guys want to deal on a forklift, obviously hit them up, tell them you know me, and they'll see what you can do for you. But yeah, obviously today we got battle practice in a couple of hours. We're not on till this afternoon, but we're just going to try and get this car dialed. We've made a diff gear change to yesterday for today. I was sort of running out of legs going into the first corner, so we've gone up in the gearing. We went from like a 3.9 to a 3.7, so hopefully that gives me a little bit more gearing, and yeah, we might get a bit more of a smoke show as well, so we'll see how we go. And yeah, other than that, we'll check in with you guys once we get into practice, and we'll see how we go. We got Dazza on the wraps. How we going over here, Mike?
Looking a bit more complete.
Well, that's much better.
Obviously, some repairs from last season, but been a pretty pushing week to get this thing done and get it here. So obviously focus on the mechanical side of everything to get it ready to go on track. It's obviously going to be more important than it looking good. So now we've got a little bit of time today before competition. We'll obviously tidy it up, get it looking nice, and seemed to go pretty good on track yesterday. Obviously a few little issues and things to work through, and brand new car pretty much. So didn't do, like Jake didn't do many rounds last year, and obviously got a lot of testing, so there's always teething issues with things. But I think it's had a pretty good starting point considering. And it's only going to get better from there, and more can make changes and work on that stuff, and it's always going to be better and better each round. And I think by Mount Start we'll have a pretty good setup car.
Obviously you just got to get comfortable with it, and as you guys probably seen from the video yesterday, we've obviously had to adjust to the car, the track, everything at the same time. So this is going to take a bit of time. Obviously, trying to put my ego aside, I think yesterday wasn't too bad of a day. I obviously got a lot to learn with the car, and then obviously the track on top of that. So
yeah, the weather conditions don't help either. Like we had rain in the morning to fully dry track to rain right before qualifying, so you can't exactly go off of that as a good gauge of the first test of the car. So and not having driven the track before, and like you're going up against guys who have done hundreds of laps on that section. So qualified within the top 16, or nearly top 10. So can't complain about that. Obviously the weather played a massive factor in that. I think if it was dry, you and Taylor were looking really, really good. Even the judges said straight from the beginning that was like 2 standout cars. So I think it would have been a different case had it been a dry track, but can't control the weather. Obviously we'll try to get more testing in and stuff before Mount Smart, but Mount Smart's a track people have driven less, and I find those tracks really even the playing field a bit more for guys like you coming over and who haven't driven there before, to guys who have driven it a little bit but don't obviously get the opportunity to go there more than once a year. So
they're possibly talking about changing up a little bit too, aren't they?
They usually do. Like there's been probably half a dozen configurations that we've run at Mount Smart. So
because I'm going to run that Cash Kings out, a totally different layout set for that. So I don't know out or...
whichever, and like having new judges, Dana and Andrew being involved. They'll do something that's challenging as a driver, but obviously drivable, like and fun to drive and fun to watch, and creates good battles. That's a good thing about having ex-drivers as judges or people that are sitting out the course, is that if they would be happy driving it, but it's still a challenge and achievable with these cars having developed so far. Like you've got tons more grip than you used to have. They're set up way different to what they were 10 or 15 years ago. So guys who have just come out of competition last year to go into the judging role in that the track setup.
The old judges were, I wouldn't say veterans, but they were probably like
still very good drivers and still like really have been involved in the sport from the beginning. But obviously like the courses that they laid out were still really good tracks, and I think suited the cars. But obviously a driver that drove in the season and in the series in recent years is going to have a different, I guess, probably a little bit of a different view on like what is achievable with these cars dripped up to the level that they are, or how they're built, what they're capable of, what the drivers are capable of, what you should be able to do, and what would be a challenge but still create a good chase, lead chase, and all that kind of stuff. So it should be a good track. Mount Smart's fun, and it's been resurfaced in the last few years, or last year or something. So it used to be like a chip seal thing, and then like on the tarmac, and it was like if it rained there, you were screwed. So it's still slippery there in the wet now, but if it's at least it's like a one surface smooth sort of, it doesn't go grippy and then completely loose. So it'll be fun regardless, and I'd say that like the weather should be good for them because of like being that time of year, but
it's not
who knows?
good,
We weren't meant to get fucking thunderstorms and shit the last couple of weeks, and had flooding in Auckland, so who would know? So,
it's a bit messy, but obviously we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. Like Dan just said, it's like supposed to be summer. Yesterday we had like torrential rain all day. There's obviously been floods this week in New Zealand and whatnot, so we'll see how we go. Obviously we can touch base that when we get to Mount Smart next 2 weeks away. So our biggest concern today is getting through the day today. Obviously we had a pretty interesting day with how the car was set up, so obviously we're just going to see how we go today. We'll try and keep it in one piece, try and get a good result. Hopefully we can push towards the pointy end of the field and put ourselves in a good position for the season, and we'll see what happens. But we won't ramble on too much more. Obviously that's probably freaking more words that you guys want to hear, but we're going to get into getting the car sorted. We got practice in probably, I'd say, I don't know, 2 hours I think it is. So we're going to get all the stickers done. We don't really have to do anything with the car. We'll just check the oil and stuff, check the water levels, and the car was on song yesterday. We're going to get into battle practice shortly. So thanks for sticking around, guys. I know there's obviously a lot of talking, obviously a lot of information I want you guys to see and know about. If it's not what interests you, obviously you can skip through, and then obviously let us know in the comments below too, so we know what you guys want to see moving forward in future videos. We've got 5 rounds here this year. I thought it'd be cool that obviously we're working with Darren this year, and everybody knows who Darren is, and we always want to see what people are up to all around the world, and yeah, if you guys want to know more about Darren and stuff like that, obviously he's going to be with us this year, so we'll try and involve him as much as we can, and he's heavily involved in this program for this year, so let's see how we go today. I'll keep you guys updated as much as I can, and yeah, let's head out for battle practice shortly. Right. Are we?
That's gonna be me.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
hoping I was gonna get you.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why?
fuck yeah. Oh, why not? Gotta beat the best to beat the best, mate.
Oh, hold on. I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, why not?
How you going this weekend, alright?
Hey?
Going alright this weekend?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, that's women yet.
Oh, really?
Oh, fuck all. I don't know. The car's different. Talking, you'd like it. It's heaps of bottoming.
Oh,
I've heard it's just that I'm a little bit of...
Yeah. That was me yesterday.
Yeah. It's sort of out of the drive in the rain.
Yeah,
It's different
yeah.
because, like, you're so used to being able to bang the clutch and then the power will come on, whereas that, the power's
straight
also
away,
low.
yeah,
But then the later you get into it, it's like the weaker it gets.
Totally different driving style.
It's out of it.
Yeah.
But nah, like, I'm keen there.
Yeah.
Like, it's good. I know that you're better with good drivers so much, but we can
Yeah.
actually go into this full
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
Sometimes you get a bit worried the other person's not going to commit.
Yeah, of course. That's what we're here for anyway. So.
Fucking no.
Good luck today anyway, bro.
You too, very
Good
good.
to catch up with you. So we are here for our quick 30-minute battle practice. We've had no battle practice at all this weekend. As you can see, the Galore Supra is ready to go. Got to give a quick shout out to our new sponsor that's come on board this year, Perth Fork Trucks. They're helping us with this program. Absolutely stoked to have them on board. We'll share more with that with you in the future. But yeah, today we're going into battles. We're going to be doing some battle practice with Tay James, the man. We've only got 30 minutes, so we've had to pick a partner. We're going to go out there and do some laps together.
I'll be the wheel, mate.
Or no comment. But yeah, no, we're going to go out for some laps together. Probably do a lead and a chase, and then yeah, we'll just see what happens. So, how you feeling today?
Yeah, pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Heaps of grip yesterday when it was dry, so
Yep.
seems like I might stay dry for the whole day today. So
Hopefully,
yeah.
praying for the fucking
Yeah.
rain gods there, but
Yeah.
car looks good.
Yeah, that's come out all good. We'll
Yeah.
do a couple of battles and see how it feels. Make some adjustments.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to go out for some laps, have some fun, and we'll see how we go. So come for a ride with us, and we'll catch up with you guys a bit later on.
Had a chat to Mitch. Jumping in the car, he hasn't done much work on at all. 2J2s.
Larner and Scotty D. Scotty Dinso. Big horsepower 2J versus the C33 Roller. Scotty D never struggles to get some speed out of his cars.
Yeah, look at that, sitting right in the pocket there is Scotty D. As he tries to drive up the hill, nearly gets caught in the smoke. Doesn't probably have the drive that Supra does, but Mitch pushing a little bit wide into that outer zone, nearly dropping two wheels, so not quite ideal, with a little bit too much angle as he came over the hill, but hey, a good clean run by both drivers, especially in the lead there. Really pulled away from Scotty D as he come up over the hill though, eh?
2JZ Supra of Mitch Larner.
Yeah, that's it, Steve. Here we go. Scotty, big initiation there. Real wide out there. Mitch Larner doing a nice job. Tucking right up in the pocket. Doing a pretty smooth job there in that Toyota Galore Supra. A little bit of a bobble as he came up over the hill. Scotty doing a pretty clean lead run there. Nice and wide in the old Big Laurel. Wow, that car looks cool, eh?
The Laurel is huge. Have you seen it next to that?
Yeah, I know. And then that's like even wider again. It's massive.
But that's like 4.5 meters wide. Like actually.
Really? Oh, Repco replay here. Nice initiation there by both drivers. Grabbing the handbrake, slowing that car down, getting on throttle. Now watch through this part here. Was there a bit of a bobble transition-wise? Oh, just a little bit less angle there by Mitch as he came up over the hill. And Scotty had a nice, clean, wide line pushing out to that outer zone.
Guys, unfortunately, that is the end of the event for us in round one. We drove the Supra today, and I think we did pretty good for the conditions and everything we went up against this weekend. Unfortunately, we only got really one practice chase lap, and it was a pretty bad one. I didn't get to do the full run, and we went into the battle super blind. The camera inside the car didn't end up working, and we've only got the outside footage, but we'll put that in the next part after this. But it was a good run. Pretty pleased considering it was my first chase lap of the weekend, and yeah, the Toyota Galore's A90 Supra went really good this weekend considering it was our first time driving it. And all we can do is build off this, have a good rest of the season hopefully. We've got a lot of things to change. We're going to go to a mechanical power steering kit. We're going to go through the suspension, set up how we think it needs to be set up. We sort of left it at a baseline as we explained in all the other videos and times we spoke about it. We just sort of got everything pointing and doing everything it should. But yeah, we're going to go through and change all that, possibly change tyres. In the battle, when I transitioned, when I went up a gear, the clutch slipped, and that's why the car sort of, it looks kind of worse in the camera, from the camera angle that it is, but when I transitioned I pulled forth, and as I let the clutch out it sort of slipped for a second. I had to dip it, and it sort of like, yeah, it didn't understeer. I didn't have to do a super big correction, but unfortunately, I don't know, I'm guessing, I haven't watched the footage closely yet to be able to see if that's the reason why I lost the battle, but I don't think it was enough in the battle to go, yeah, Scotty was way better and he's definitely won the battle. I just think it was a close battle, all tight scheduled today. I don't know if that's why, but in my eyes I probably would have gone like an OMT, or I don't know. From what I can see from the outside, that's what I feel like, but no excuses. Car went good, we did what we could with how much time we had. I spent the whole week getting the car ready, and unfortunately, motorsport can be this way, and there's nothing to hold our heads low about. I think we did great for the little track time we had, and obviously learning a new car, new chassis, new track, and everything like that. I think we did pretty good. So 4 more rounds after this, we'll give it a good go, and yeah, we'll see you guys at the next round. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys next time.